everyone. Welcome back to episode 87 of Talkoffamepod with your host, Kylie. I'm so excited to have on singer-songwriter Emery Bingham. Thanks so much for on, Emery.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you are a singer-songwriter. What made you want to start basically creating music and being in the music industry?
Well, I don't think it was ever like a decision that I made. I think it was just always like, I just kind of always knew that that was what I was going to be. Like from when I was really little, I was always singing. There's videos of me from when I was like 3 singing, and it was just kind of always like, no, like, yeah, like that's what I'm going to do. So I think it was just always there. Like it just, yeah.
Yeah, it's like always something that you had a passion about since you were born.
Yeah.
Like what songs would you sing out for you? I'm kind of curious.
There was a show called Bubble Guppies, and
yeah, I used to love that show.
I sang the songs from that show like nonstop. I also sang Frozen when I was like 7. I would never stop singing that. So it was like Bubble Guppies and Frozen that I loved.
Yeah, everyone sang Frozen growing up in my life. It's crazy how like people around the world sing Frozen or Bubble Guppies of all
Yeah.
songs. But you recently came out with an EP called Phantoms, is that right?
Yes.
What was your basically inspiration for the EP? Like how did you kind of come up with the EP?
Well, I wrote the first single, Never Ends, not knowing that it was going to be like an EP. And midway through writing it with my friend, I was like, we should like make an EP. And I felt like I've been putting out singles for a while, and I just wanted to do something that was a little bit different. And so, yeah, and it was such a long process, but it came out, and I love the EP. So
I love that. Like what was like the hardest process for you writing the EP? Like was it something that you like throughout the process that you didn't kind of expect? Because always when I talk to people or hear about it, there's always like a hard kind of process or EP process with people writing EP. And there's always a process for everything. So I kind of want to hear like what was the kind of experience writing the whole thing?
Writing it was pretty fun because I wrote some of it with my friends. But I would say the hardest part was like, I don't know, maybe showing people, just because it was like my first time like starting to write, and Never Ends was the first song that I wrote that like came out. And so I was like really nervous because I was like, oh my God, what if everyone hates it? But they didn't hate it, and so that's good. But also the recording process was kind of difficult because my producer Jacob, he's amazing, but recording it was kind of difficult because we would change some things in the studio, and I would have to just do it there and change it. And it was kind of hard to get used to that, but I mean, it worked.
Yeah, like for me personally, like when I first started this whole podcast, I'm like, oh, I don't know, people, I think people will hate it. Like I kind of felt the same way as you. I'm like, what if people hate it? Like this is something I probably wouldn't last for a long time. I'm probably gonna do like 2 episodes and just give up on it.
Yeah.
And like now I'm like, well, I should at least put it out and see what people think, and they actually liked it. But like, how like since like being a young woman in the industry, since both of us are kind of coming up in a young woman in the industry, like how has the experience been like for you since being so young in industry, and this industry is so crazy that I'm kind of curious like how like has been all right for you.
Well, the music industry is very, 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 very difficult. Like I said, like you said, especially as a young girl. I feel like it definitely would be easier if I was a young boy, because it just, people love that. But
exactly.
Yeah, but it's very difficult, and I have like my toes dipped in the industry. But yeah, it's pretty difficult to get people to listen to you. I've had a lot of men contacting me being like, oh, I'll manage you, I'll make you a star as one of my songs, and it's like, no, you won't. And they don't listen to anything I say, so it's like a lot of people really think that they like know a lot more than me, and they really don't. Like, not that I know everything, but like these men swear that they know like everything.
Exactly. They think they know. I'm like, buddy, you don't. Like,
yeah. And they think that they know, like they've told me, like they've tried to tell me like what people will like, and it's like, I'm a teen, I'm always on social media, I know what people like. So it's like,
exactly,
you're an old man, you don't know.
Yeah, like you like older people not really on social media. Like how do you know? Like we're always on social media, so like we know about more things than probably older people do now.
Yeah.
And so, like, as we kind of turn back to your EP, like, do you have have like a song on EP that kind of stuck out to you or meant to you the most, like throughout your whole EP?
Well, Never Ends is like always like since it was the first one, I love Never Ends. And but also there's a song called Proof, and it's not the most popular one on the EP, but it's definitely like me and my friend's favorite just because it's about a very specific situation that my friends know about. It was such a weird thing. And I just love that song. And I think that one is probably my favorite. But I also love Make You a Star. Like I said, it's about those men. So I like that one too. But I like the whole thing. But Proof is like probably my favorite.
Yeah, I love that. So, like, what kind of inspires you to write your music? Like, do you have anything that kind of hits you, like inspiration, or anything that kind of drews you to write your music?
Honestly, watching other artists' interviews or like listening to other artists, just seeing how they do it, or like, I don't know, just hearing about other people doing it is like, I love listening to that because it really helps me learn different things. And I've had the same process writing music over and over. It's like I just hum a melody and put lyrics to it. And I've been trying to change that because I'm very afraid of having my songs all sound the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love listening to other artists talk about what they do.
I love that. Like, do you have anyone, like any specific artist that inspires you? Because I know for a lot of people, there's so many people that inspire you. And like for me personally, I can get like a million people. It would just go on and on.
Yeah, well, my wall is covered in drawings and it's like a bunch of artists, but I would say like my main inspirations with like music are like Madison Beer, Nessa Barrett, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande. All those people I think are like my main inspirations for music.
All of their music are kind of like the same, like kind of similar. And that's what I love about them. It's like they always sing from the heart, like all of their experiences that they really push.
Yeah.
Especially Billie Eilish. Like Billie Eilish is insane.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, I like listening to artists who aren't, I mean, obviously love songs are great, but I'm, like you said, a young girl. I don't know about love. I've never been in love, so I don't have any love songs. And so I like listening to other artists who don't have that many love songs so that I can figure out what else to write about. And I know people love songs, but I don't have any because I don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like not everyone can write love songs if they don't experience it. Like how are you supposed to write if you don't experience it?
Yeah.
And so when you're kind of writing a song, do you usually kind of focus on the lyrics first or the music?
I usually find an instrumental that I like, and a lot of times it doesn't even ever actually work out. So it's actually pretty rare to find one that actually becomes a song and is actually put out and not scrapped immediately. But I find the instrumental first, and then I will hum a melody to it and record it. And then I will do that like 4 times, and then I'll pick the best one, and then I put lyrics to the melody. And that's like what I do every time.
Yeah, like how long does it usually take for you to write your music? Like, because I'm sure like, for some people it takes like months, weeks. Like it's different for everyone.
It really depends on the song. Never Ends took like 2 hours. Proof took a few days. I have a song that is coming out soon, and it's like, I mean, people don't know about it yet, but it's coming out soon. And it took like a month to actually finish. So it really just depends on the song. But all the songs in the EP, I feel like didn't take that long, like at most a week.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Like most people literally finish the album in like months.
Yeah, well, I remember I was going live telling everyone like, oh my God, it'll come out in December, and it didn't come out till February. So I was like way off, but I got yelled at by all my supporters who were like, where is it? Like you keep telling us it's gonna come out, and I had to delay it a billion times. But yeah, the writing wasn't the long part, it was the recording.
Yeah. And so you have like started a Fruity Pebbles commercial, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what was that experience like? Because once I saw it, I'm like, Fruity Pebbles? What the heck?
Well, it was a very short amount of time, but I thought that I was like going to be an actor. And when I was like 7, 8, and then I was like, never mind. But I booked this random commercial at Emery Pebbles as a like extra, and you can see me in it. I like high-five someone. I don't know. It was such a long process. I don't remember it that vividly, but I remember being so hot outside. And I remember a bloody nose. Like I remember some girl had like a bloody nose and it delayed the whole process. But I mean, it was fun. It was really weird, but it was fun.
Like commercials that you don't expect to get. Like
Yeah, it's really random.
random, right? And so like what is some advice for younger generations that like to be a singer-songwriter or be in the industry one day?
Ooh, I don't know. I would say just like do the music that you like, because at the end of the day, like literally you're not going to please everyone and someone will have a problem with it no matter what. So it's like you might as well just make the songs that you like. And I've had a lot of people be like, you gotta make songs that are like pop songs or just like pure pop songs. And like I like people try to make me do songs that I don't like a lot. And those don't even do as well. So just do the ones that you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why even write the song even like when you don't want to write it? Like, exactly. It's the music.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It was such a blast talking with you. You're such an amazing person. I'm literally so happy I got to speak with you, and we'll definitely catch up soon. And yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Where can people find you on social media, by the way?
My YouTube is Emery Bingham, my Instagram is Emery Bingham, and my TikTok is Emery Official.
Awesome. So everyone go follow her, check her out. And yeah, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Talk to you soon.